find out who the person really is. And you learn a lot about human nature by dealing with people. But my greatest lesson in life has been the mentors in my life, in the industries that I participated in. One of my mentors was somebody that climbed the ranks and became number one on the Inc. 500 list with a company that had 27,000% growth right out of the gate. And those are rare situations, and I feel very blessed to have those type of people in my life showing me not only the front of the house, which I call it, which is the marketing, what's a website going to look like, what's the marketing material, the products and services, but then the behind the scenes, because I am the chief content officer here at Be Connected. More importantly, how does the engine run? We have access to over 100 programmers here at Be Connected because we are a tech company. But then there's, the marketing department, and there's the customer service and all the things that make up a big business. But none of this is possible without our fearless leader, someone I consider a very good friend at this point in time. We've spent many years together in the trenches, figuring things out, going through beta, going through pre-launches. And so without further ado, I'd like to bring on our CEO, Miss Tanya Hoffman.
Hello, everyone.
You got a little more energy than I thought here today. You're very excited. So
today is a special day, It's just like, how many amazing people do we get to meet? How honored are we to work and be with so many just mind-blowing people? That have... It's one thing to meet people that are just doing things to bring in some money and just do one little thing. But most people that we meet have big visions and they want to do something incredible. And we get to be part of that incredible journey is what I'm trying to say.
And we had some people come visit us, right? Because it's obviously it's not a hard sell to say, hey, would you like to come to Vegas?
Yeah, there's something here for everybody. That's for sure.
So I know Dr. Joe was in town with a couple of good friends of his who had actually just spent some time in my favorite part of the world in Thailand. They came back. Then I found out this gentleman was actually in the Vietnam War. So he goes way back into the days before I joined the service. I was in the Marines 5 years after Vietnam and closed down that campaign. But amazing people. And of course, you had a lot of fun that night because you had a double thing. You went out in the casino to enjoy yourself. And you were like the luckiest person I know. I've never met anybody luckier than you. Anyway, it was great to meet them, Dr. Joe and his different...
Hollins, yep. And David Hollins. Amazing people. Just really... And they have, like I said, they have a journey. They have a vision of what they want to accomplish in their life before, we all...
And I get excited because I listen to people get excited about the businesses and companies they're running, and they have all these plans and aspirations. And of course, all we're trying to say is, let's help you get there faster, simpler, and more affordable to get to the promised land where you want, not where we want to go, but where they want to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And so many people get it twisted. So we got a lot of information, and we only have a little time here today because we do have some other meetings back to back. Anyway, that's our drama. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us. So let me bring up a presentation here, just a couple slides, a couple things. If you've been with us from the very beginning, or you might have just found out about us an hour ago, the information constantly evolves here at Be Connected. We don't kind of sit still for very long. So obviously this is a Saturday show. We do them live, but of course more people watch the recordings because that's the way the internet world works. And then you have something coming. What is coming?
Oh my goodness. Are y'all ready? Put it in the chat. Are y'all ready for something new? We have a fabulous new website. Simple, sexy, and just incredible.
Yes, in a lot more visuals to do the explanation. Now, we don't like to tease people with stuff that's not here yet. So to compensate, right, our free trial is not going to start on November 1st. It's starting Monday.
Yay, everyone, yay.
So prepare yourself because you don't really need to be a salesperson anymore. in Be Connected because there's absolutely no risk, no obligation. All you got to do is try something out. You know, you try it, you like it. I remember the old Life cereal commercial, like, hey, Mikey, he likes it.
I love that.
I'm dating myself. I know.
Right? I forgot all about that.
What are you talking about? What decade was that in? Now, if you've been for a while, so a lot of this is now going to kind of come together, right? So a lot of these logos are household names. They're at least $1 billion company, or in some cases, Microsoft, Google, they're $1 trillion companies, right? So this is, you know, the juggernaut, the who's who of the social media internet world, if you will. Now, the question is, well, how many companies are you using? And I'm sure you have some type of a number in your head because you might be on Facebook and you might be on LinkedIn. Now, you might not be using them a lot, but you have them. And if you have them, that means you had to go through and learn how to put up a profile and navigate the different technologies. Now, Tanya, companies, you told me, because I've never been involved in this as part of your world, I've been told Kajabi is not the easiest company to learn how to work their software.
Yeah, you know, a lot of companies, you have to hire people to get it done.
Yeah, but they still have 84 million paying customers. So obviously somebody figured it out, right? You got your Zooms and, you know, your LinkedIns. And then the answer that I was seeking was, what is the average? What is the norm out there? How many platforms is the average entrepreneur using to conduct their business? Because that's our clientele, right? Our members are entrepreneurs, coaches, trainers, authors, influencers, people that have something to say or something to sell. And it's 6.7 platforms. So then the other question is, well, how much money and time are people investing online? Because a lot of these services that are popping up now, right? Go High Level, Salesforce, HubSpot, they do an amazing job, but they're not free.
Yes. Not
free by a long shot. Now, here's kind of where we kind of start parting company with the norm, right? Because you respect normal, but you don't want to be normal.
What's normal?
So I call this the Frankenstein effect. Now, here's the point of me, and I kind of came up with this on my own for the company. Not that I have anything against Frankenstein, but you can take the best parts from different company, but when you try to put them all together, sometimes they don't work well. Right? Could be each manufacturer is creating their own software and their own platforms. And sometimes it's like having a conversation with somebody who speaks a different language and you need a translator. Sometimes the translator doesn't get all the words exactly the same, so the meaning comes out different. So here at Be Connected, and some of these images you're looking at here on the screen, the image on the right, these are some of the things you're going to see on the website. You know, at a glance, people can understand what is Be Connected, how does it function, what is it all about. So in our program, you can start for free and upgrade to the software that only you need for your business. So you're not, you know, we're not trying to pick the pocket of our members. We want to give them exactly what they're looking for and not have to pay for things they don't need. Now, here's the crux of this. Yes, you have all the tools in one place, but it's all coming from the same manufacturer, if you will, right? The same programming team designed the software to be compatible with each other seamlessly. So you can have your meetings, your CRM, your social media, moving your courses, working with your premium groups, but all the software can talk to each other because it's coming from the same source of the people that write all the complicated code to make this work.
Right, all simple.
Does that make sense? Put that in chat if that makes sense to you. Just put a yes if you know what I'm talking about. So again, this is because we've had many conversations, especially recently, from people that have, we were on just the other day, or at least I was, with somebody who has a group of about 80,000 entrepreneurs in their group. And then they brought on their staff. And then one of the people that's in charge of the marketing in their staff found out about who we were and what we did. And they said, oh, well, we need to talk because I have another 50,000 people on LinkedIn we need to discuss about bringing on board and using this platform. So again, it went from 80,000 to 30,000 in a heartbeat, because they saw the simplicity of putting all these products and services together on one platform. So that is the gist of this. So unless you love a lot of typing and a lot of frustration, you want to ditch the hassle of managing multiple tools. So instead of juggling Zoom, Salesforce, Kajabi, and you name it, one company, one source, one password, one way to conduct business, but there's a ton of flexibility, right, Tanya, the way you've designed this, they get to pick and choose what's best for their business.
Absolutely.
Now, that's about time, right? Really what I was talking about there was time and frustration and, of course, efficiency. But then there's also a cost to everything. Now, you typically get what you pay for unless people are trying to take advantage of new people. So again, companies like Salesforce, who is on the stock market now, and they're crushing it. They're crushing it because they were the first company to come out with a product that eventually every business owner is going to have a CRM. I already feel that in my bones. Just like 25 years ago when I got involved in the cell phone industry and went from a single location to be like a master agent with hundreds of stores, because I knew almost every single American, at least I'm speaking for America because I was only living here at the time, was going to eventually have a cell phone. People were just lining up, right? And then when a new iPhone would come out, people would stand in line for hours. I still don't understand that. It's like, wait 2 days and then you can walk right in. So again, when we look at Salesforce and HubSpot, these are two predominantly very awesome companies, but they're at $1,500 and $800 a month. That's more than a car payment. I mean, from a nice car. I'm not talking about from, something that you get a hand-me-down. We're talking like a brand new Mercedes or an Audi or something extravagant. That's a car payment to a $80,000 automobile. Over here at Be Connected, it's $50, which, by the way, that won't even cover the insurance for the car.
Right.
Cover the insurance of the car. So again, price comparison. And again, notice that there's no red X's underneath Be Connected. So that's the importance, right? And we'll get into the specifics of our CRM here in just a second. But again, the software is working with all the other software within Be Connected, so you're allowed to do more things with it. Now, I took this off of Zoom's website last night, just because I wanted to make sure I had the most current comparison of what they did. And of course, you can drop down the arrows and you can click between the number of attendees. And then I didn't want to just isolate it so it looks like I'm doing a bait and switch. So I took Zoom's webinar platform, their sessions platform, and their events platform. And I used 500 attendees. Now you might be saying, gee, I don't need 500 attendees on a virtual conference. And I said, well, we should probably start there with the conversation is, don't you want to get there eventually one day?
Right. That should be everybody's goal.
Or more.
Yeah.
I'm already past that. So, it just depends on where you're at. So remember, you get to start for free and upgrade to what you need. But notice I did this annually to keep it simple. So we're looking $690. This is dollars, US dollars. I'm rounding now for you analytical people like me. $3,500 or $5,000. That's a lot of cheddar. That's a lot of dough. Now, do we do exactly everything that Zoom does? No. But the counter to that is we do a lot more than what Zoom does for our entrepreneurs with the multiple links, the multiple branding sessions, all the things that we do, which really impacts your bottom line, right? Increasing your conversions and sales. Now, I also wanted to put in here, because this is our platinum product, right? At least the virtual conferencing part of our platinum product can handle 1,000 attendees. And notice here, it starts at $3,400 a year. So that's more than triple the cost of our top package that includes all of our software, including virtual conferencing, where this is just virtual conferencing. And then we're talking, what, $6,800, I'm rounding again, $9,500? Because remember, there's things in here I'm not adding in. I'm trying to be fair. Notice it says Zoom workplace required, and then there's other things you got to pay for, like storage, translations. All those things are not free. You got to add them on. Okay, so with that said, then let's do a real quick look at Be Connected. So again, at the free level, free is free, but here we give you more time and duration, and you can have up to 50 attendees in the free platform. So it's not a one-on-one. And then you have social media, AI technology, and you can form groups. Now, when we go up to the 250, 500, and 1,000 attendees, like I just talked about, notice the prices. Now, this is by month. Is it 50? I'm rounding again, $50 and $99. I think you would agree that that's a far cry from what each individual software of other companies are offering. But the beauty is, remember, starting Monday, 14-day free trial, we have additional upgrade options. You get everything on the screen for the first 2 weeks to experiment, take it for a test drive, look under the hood, use the CRM, look about all the options if you market content, if you want to have a paid group, a paid show, pay for courses, charge for courses, and then the P3 system. So all of this is available. Now at the platinum level for $99, remember that was where Zoom was, what I say was it, about $9,500?
Right.
So that's like insanity. So that's like $1,000 a month, right? And then of course you got the Kajabis of the world. We didn't even bring into this conversation. Their most popular package is it's over $150 a month. And then Sales Navigator, another $100 a month. And then Zoom, not Zoom, but Salesforce and HubSpot. So very expensive. And we will be putting together a presentation, ladies and gentlemen, to give you a tech stack to do a side-by-side comparison of what actually is all in Be Connected compared to people that are Frankensteining their business. And you're going to be.
And Monday, everybody who's in the platform that is platinum or below gets the 14-day free trial automatically. So they'll have 2 weeks just to have fun with the entire platform.
Yeah, so if you're with us, if I can translate that, if you're with us, you don't have to lift a finger and you'll have access to every piece of software that we offer at the highest package possible at no charge and no commitment required. So we want everyone to experiment with everything, because sometimes I know in life can be challenging, funds can be short, people have got to find creative ways to try to get things done. We want to give you a running start on this. Now, here's an example of what I alluded to in the beginning. So we came out with the first integrated virtual conferencing platform, and I'm in no disrespect, but some people, not all people, but some people didn't really understand what you were saying, right, Tanya, that you have an integrated virtual conferencing platform. But it's the same coding team, right? The same platform, the same people that brought you the virtual conferencing platform now has added a CRM component to Be Connected. So they, in essence, have great compatibility with each other. Is that a fair assessment?
I wanted things to be so simple, because as a small business owner my whole life, I was like, can we just make it simple and affordable?
Exactly. So remember, in not all cases, but most cases, at least for what I've seen, people that are interacting with people when they start to get traction, they're always inviting them to a webinar, right? Or a meeting. And sometimes it's 10 people, sometimes it's 1,000 people. Are you tracking what's happening efficiently? Right? Because if you're like me and I'm doing, you're doing like 5, 10, sometimes 20 of these meetings a week, not a month, a week, you lose who's showing up, who's participating, who's buying, who's getting on the newsletter. You don't know these things. And what I love about this, Tanya, when I found out about this from the team, is most of the data entry is being done for you.
Yes.
Because I'm still a hunt and pecker with my 2 fingers when it comes to typing, right? Because I'm a baby boomer. My 62nd birthday's coming up here, and I still look for the letters on the keypad as I peck my way, of writing an email or something. So don't let that stop you there. Now, for the people who are not really understanding the importance here, what are some of the major features a CRM can do for someone who has a business?
It's a massive way to actually visually see what someone is doing. So as you know, you're creating your groups and you have your shows and you have people following you, all that data is being put into your CRM without you doing anything. So that way you could go to someone and say, okay, well, let me go see what, David Roberts has been doing. And you can actually visually see everything that he's participated in, so that when you have a conversation and follow up, you know what the conversation needs to be about.
Now, can people import information into the CRM?
Yes, you can import from other CRMs. You can email directly through our system to people and create templates. So again, it's about simplicity. So it saves you time every single day.
So I can upload lead sources into this thing?
Absolutely. And you can type things if you really want to. Okay. You could do and use the K2K with the recordings and the transcripts and everything else. So all of that is part of it as well.
So again, it's just an evolution that's already happened, and people just have to find themselves. We often used to show graphs of when the tech enthusiasts are involved, and then when is it the visionaries, the early adopters, then the early majority, the late majority. It's getting into that part now. CRM is the word is going round and round, and it's starting to get traction. More and more people are paying attention to what the big companies have already figured out, right? You need a CRM in your business world to run a more efficient business, especially when HubSpot is talking about increasing sales by almost a third and having over 300% conversions, better conversions with a CRM than without. So again,
if you never know what people are doing and what they're interested in, how do you have conversations? And this is what a CRM does for you.
Well, again, what I'm just saying is, as we've all been witness to different things, phones were something that, we all grew up with because they already put them into the marketplace. But then the phone turned into an option of a phone card, right? Because people weren't happy with how much the phone companies were charging. And then it turned into pagers, which turned into cell phones, and then cell phones turned into smartphones. And we always end up being a customer, is my point. Mm-hmm. I remember when internet was introduced, and some people won't know what I'm talking about, and the older people will be laughing. Do you remember when it used to make that obnoxious noise when it was connecting to the internet? It was like, and I remember saying, this is never going to last. How wrong could I have been, right? So then it went from dial-up to high speed. And then now, and then Wi-Fi. So now all these things are standard, and we're all customers of these things, and they all come with the price tag. I can promise you, CRM, Customer Relationship Manager system, is going to be a standard practice for every business person online. It's just gonna happen. Now the question is, who's going to survive the onslaught of all the companies coming in? And I know you got a head start, Tanya, because you've created this K2K, right? The virtual conferencing platform, to be able to adopt to all the new software that might come into the marketplace. Another one of the things that you were paying attention to is all the affiliate companies and the direct sales companies in the world. And you went out there and you got a patent on this one because you were the first out of everybody in the world. You figured it out first, and then created software to help them do better or more professional presentations, because that's what P3 stands for, Professional Presentation Platform, where the leaders, the doctors, the CEOs, the formulator of a product can be brought onto a show. They can make their sales presentation. And in the moment, if you invited somebody to that webinar, the system is giving you your personal URL so they can sell the product right there in the moment, but you get credit for the sale even though you didn't do the presentation.
And have up to 15 offers now instantaneously.
Which means you can have multiple leaders come on the show. I mean, if someone has just a little bit of imagination, the options here are almost endless on how to explode a sales force, explode a product launch, if you will, right? A company launching, how they can come out of the gate swinging by having all these famous people on and then having all the offers right there. And the team doesn't have to wait for somebody to get on the presentation, make a decision, and then the person's going to say, get back to the person that invited you. There's so many ways that this could go south on you when it starts changing responsibility. And then if you know anything about retention, 50% of everything they're going to hear is going to be lost within an hour.
Exactly.
Oh, and look, this is not JR. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a doctorate. I do have a PhD from Maine East High School, public high school diploma. That's about as far as I got. But, human nature is human nature. It doesn't change, right? Technology gets faster, but we pretty much stay the same. Okay, so again, as we wrap this part of our program up, and we don't want to spend too much more time because everything has been so simplified, especially when the new website comes up. You notice some of these are slides that you're going to see from the new website. This one says by entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs, right? Because we built this because we're like you. We're tired of trying to work on platforms that suppress our content, that suppress our groups, that if we say something wrong, they put us on a timeout, or worst case scenario, they tell us we can't come back.
Yeah.
What kind of world is that? If you're in a business, you don't care about politics, you care about your customer. But with that said, if you notice here, this amazing thing that our graphics department created, it's all the things are interwoven with each other. Now, you get to pick and choose what you like. It's like going into a buffet. You pay one set price, and you can have anything and everything, and as many times as you want to go back for the price of that meal, so to speak. So we got the virtual conferencing, the CRM, the courses, connection generators, AI technology to find leads, the direct sales organization is taken care of. You want to do live shows. You want to offer a premium group, a VIP group where you can actually make money by charging if that's what you want to do. And of course, we are at the end of the day a social media company, but it's really for the business community. Anything you want to add on that there?
Nope, I think that covers it.
A mouthful. And again, when it comes to the disruptive nature of your quest, right, of becoming a dominant company in the world, is you wanted to make sure that your people were being compensated well.
Absolutely.
And where did you get this mindset?
Yeah, I met a billionaire back in 2007, and I just couldn't figure out because he was such a nice, normal guy. I was like, how could you be a billionaire and I'm not? I don't get this. What am I doing wrong? And he said, you're not creating momentum in your business by having multiple income streams. So he kind of was the first person to start, branching out my mindset to the possibilities.
Well, when we talk about our financial road, Sonia, I like to reference some people that obviously have a proven track record. And I know Robert Kiyosaki wrote a masterpiece that came out in 1997. And if you know the full story behind Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he actually waited 10 years after his father passed out of respect to publish the book because his real dad was actually the poor dad. So that means he actually collected all the information and wrote the book in 1987. So we're going way back in time in a time machine. And that was the time I started to be in business for myself. So anyway, in the cash flow quadrant, if you're brand new, and even if you've been with us for a while, you really want to pay attention now because you're hearing people, especially like Ms. Parsons that was on, she's starting to evolve and understand the ebb and flow of finances. So 95% of the world, who is really the heartbeat of the world, the hardworking people of the world, are trading time for money. Now, regardless if you're an employee or self-employed, you either have a job or you own a job. But the problem there is there's no leverage, which means if you stop working, the income stops in most cases. Then on the left side, we have business owners and investor mindset. Now, in the business owner, they have people at work, so now they have leverage. So they own a system where the people end up really, in essence, working for them. And then in the investor quadrant, these people, this is the whole cliche, the rich keep getting richer because their money is making them money. So that's passive residual income. And that's a compounding factor, if you will. Now here, we don't judge, right? So we created a system, as you were taught by your billionaire mentor, to have multiple streams of income. So real quickly, we have 5 ways that anyone on our platform can better enhance their ability to make money from their base of followers or customers. Second is we adopt the B quadrants, where we have an affiliate partner program. And then we have a couple different ways in the I quadrant that you can make money with your money. And sometimes you don't even need money, just a little bit of time and effort. So this is, if you're brand new with us, this is what happens when you log into your account, regardless if it's free or upgrade. This is what Be Connected looked like. There's a banner at the top that rotates with 5 different carousels of different companies, different things, and you can advertise theirs as well. But then the whole system is laid out like Netflix. Now, I think, Tanya, most people did not need an operation manual to learn how to work the Netflix software.
Right.
Because if you can just, toggle up or toggle left or toggle to the right, you pretty much figured it out, right? So you go from category to category. And so here we have our social media, we have our live shows, all the different things are there for you to simply navigate, going up and down and left and right. It's a very, very simple platform to operate. And I want to say this, Tanya, because we didn't talk about this, and I wanted to just get spontaneity. How cool did you make someone setting up their profile? I mean, how robust can they look online on your platform?
Yeah, we have people that are ditching just having a website and using our platform for their profile as their website. Because everything that, I've looked at over all the years that I've created all these organizations, and there's certain pain points that I wanted to solve. And a lot of it is about getting the visibility and the ability to make more money for each of the businesses. So that's always the goal.
Now, we're going to cover all this, ladies and gentlemen, but it's going to be when our new website rolls out. We're just going to have a show dedicated to navigation, showing you all the cool pages, both what the public sees when they're looking at us from the outside in, and then when you're already in Be Connected, what do you get to see? So we'll be showing how you can put up all your pictures, your videos for your company, all the categories you can create, all the links that you can make for all your shows you have current or coming. It's a masterpiece what you put together, Tanya. But what I love about it, everything is so simple. Me being a baby boomer, I could log in and I don't need an instruction manual how to figure out things out. So I appreciate that. Right. Okay, now we started with, I don't know how I got off down that rabbit hole. So we were talking about multiple streams of income. So number 1 on Be Connected, and this again is where we completely pivot from the Zooms, the Google Meets, the Teams of the world, is you built a platform that's super sexy and it's easy for people to sell their products and services because you put the offers right there on the screen when the person is doing their show.
Absolutely, and in replay.
And in replay, which means it becomes a little money machine. Now, you let them now, because we started with being able to brand the background to whatever they want, and they had the ability to put up 3 offers. Now you've changed it to having 5 different themes and 15 different offers.
Absolutely, because some people just have more to offer.
Or they want to collaborate and do a joint venture with another entrepreneur, another coach, another celebrity, and so they're not going to be stepping on each other's toes. They each can put up their offers. Now, at the same time, since you have so many offers, you might even want to bring in big sponsors and they can pay for the spots. Number 3 is you can charge for a show on Be Connected. We make this very easy to do and very seamless. You can actually create your own private premium groups to be able to have a monthly fee for them to have access to you, so to speak, or whatever you want to form, so you can have your own groups. And then finally, selling courses. Now, I know this one was near and dear to your heart because you used to run you were the CEO of the Public Speakers Association.
Absolutely. You know, it's just another way for someone to put their expertise out there and have people be able to buy it anytime, anywhere.
Now, all of this cost them what on Be Connected?
Zero, just their membership fee. We don't take any percentage of their income.
So, and if you're on YouTube, you know what they're doing, right? It's like 50%. It goes to the parent company, which to me is just extortion. But don't tell them I said that, because I don't want them on their toes. Anyway, now this is where everybody gets really excited or really confused, right? It's either one camp or the other. And this is our affiliate partner program. And some people are like, well, I don't want to be an affiliate. Okay, well, I just want to make more money. I don't care what you call me, because I've been the CEO of me for longer than I can remember. So again, remember this page? We changed policies starting on Monday with our 14-day free trial. If you have any upgrade at all now, you can monetize your following, which means for as little as $19.95, right? Less than $20, you can actually monetize your following on Be Connected seamlessly. Now, what do I mean by that? Every time someone goes from free to any upgrade account, we automatically are going to pay two entities commission. So what I'm saying is, even if you don't understand a word I'm saying and you are an affiliate partner, we're going to put your commission in your virtual wallet every Friday. Now, you do have to figure out how to go get it and get it in, get it out of your bank account, but that's going to be on you, right? So we'll go as far as paying you, but you got to learn how to spend it yourself. I guess my humor's not working. I don't hear it. Now it's
training for that, Colleen says.
Now this is a set formula, ladies and gentlemen. You don't need to know calculus. It's not complicated. We pay two tiers, 10% each tier for a total of 20. So it comes out to be a total of $4 to $20 automatically goes out every single week for every member that's coming on board Be Connected. Now, the question is, how do you want to build this, right? If you want to build this. So here we have one of our people who is an affiliate partner, Lane, and he ended up talking to a mega influencer that we actually flew in. Remember, the company, Be Connected, chipped in and paid for the airfare and the limo and the 5-star accommodations and the dinners. Lane didn't even have to come to the meeting. And then we had a conversation with the mega influencer. Now, we explained to Jazz, he can come here and use all of our technology and promote his music and promote his services and sell his merchandise as a free member. But anybody on and Be Connected that's following him that comes here that upgrades, he doesn't make any commission. And his smile went away really quick. So he's like, I don't like that offer. So yeah. You could be like Lane and you could be an affiliate partner, and then all the people in your following going to upgrade. You get a passive residual income each and every month from all the members that are joining Be Connected. And then Lane gets paid either way. So Lane shouldn't care one way or the other. If Jazz wanted to be a free member or he wanted to be an upgraded member, Lane gets taken care of. So what is the moral of that story? It's good to be Lane. Okay, now Jazz is a mega influencer. And Lane just reached out on the internet where influencers hang out and said, hey, would you like to monetize your platform? He said, what you got, right? And then the process started. Now, Jazz has 10 million followers on Instagram. You can go verify that for yourself, because remember, the social media companies tell you who's who, right? They tell you right there on the screen what the size of someone following is. So again, I changed the numbers here because people were freaking out on us, right, Tanya?
Oh, yeah.
So I said, okay, he's about to engage with us. So what's 0.1 of 1% of 10 million? Okay, it's an open book test. The answer's on the screen. 10,000. Our average commission is $5. So this is just a hypothetical example. No guarantee of income. It's just for illustration purposes only. It's called a disclaimer. So $5 times 10,000 is 50,000 a month. That's at 0.1 of 1% of people 100% on Instagram, and 0.1% come to Be Connected. Because the math is too high, people freak out. So I leave it. So that is, in essence, if that was done consecutively over the course of 12 months, that's $600,000, both for Jazz and Lane. Now, Bazille is another one of our an incredible affiliate partners. Introduced us to some groups this week, right, Tanya?
Oh, absolutely.
So I had an opportunity to talk to a CEO of a women's group who has about 80,000 female entrepreneurs. And so obviously they have some giddy up in their step, because you don't collect 80,000 people by accident, all in the same camp under one umbrella. Now, she brought on her staff to talk to us to be filled in, and one of the people was already in a person of decision-making capability, if you will, and he's really tied into LinkedIn. And he said, we need to talk because I have another 50,000 entrepreneurs on LinkedIn that would be very interested in Be Connected. So 80,000 turned into 130,000 pretty quickly. And then again, the average commission's $5. So it's from nothing up to 400,000 for the 80. I didn't do the math because this all happened just within the last 24 hours. But then that's not the question. And this is where you get really excited or really confused, ladies and gentlemen. And if you've been with us for a while or you're brand new, we pay 2 tiers of commission, not 1. So when you remove Bazille and you move the CEO up, her following is her first tier. So the question is, what is the size of the following that's following 80,000 entrepreneurs? Tanya, did I say that right?
Right. And then, it's a perfect example of this gentleman that's part of her organization. That's another group, that's her second tier,
Yeah, that 50,000 becomes commissionable at the same percentage she's getting on her first tier. So it's 100% match. So again, we don't know, right? Unless you have a crystal ball. But obviously, if you only did a multiplication factor of 10, and I think everybody listening here today has more than 10 people on Facebook. They have more than 10 people on LinkedIn. So I'm only using, ridiculous numbers because it's simple math. So that 80,000 then becomes 800,000. And that is the nature of social media. That's why you see these, sometimes I call them kids in their 20s, who have millions and millions of followers, because when people get excited about something, they like and share it across all platforms. So that's our destiny. And then just to wrap this up real quick, because we're kind of way over time, we have 2 different ways that people, like you heard in the beginning of the opening, they went from VIP platinum status, which is someone who's taking a little bit of money and putting that into the investor mentality, to then actually upgrading and wanting to be an investor. And so one is for small dollars, one is for larger dollars, but the return obviously is proportionate to what you get. What is it? You pay for what you get for? Something like that.
Yeah, and if you want more information on that, send an email to support@BeConnected, and we'll help you out.
Yeah, we're kind of full right now, so I'm glossing over that. So I'd let it focus on people who are excited about Be Connected, people that are finding these amazing mega influencers, macro influencers, big chambers, all kinds of stuff. We have a category called VIP Elite. So it doesn't matter where you come from, if you do it yourself or you're inviting other people on the platform. There's 3 ways to qualify for VIP Elite, which is you can do it through your own personal following, you could do it through the following of other people, or a combination thereof. The first 20 people that reach 10,000 collectively total members that have upgraded on the platform are going to receive preferred stock, because somewhere in our near future, there will be an IPO or a buyout. That's just the nature of how tech companies work. You either get gobbled up like LinkedIn did from Microsoft, or like a Salesforce that went through an IPO, went on the stock market. So if you're in that top 20, you will get preferred stock options. And then again, I can bore you again with more math lessons. At 1 million upgraded members, the company's evaluation, according to the bankers and lawyers we talked to, is $2 billion. I want to do an IPO at 10 million members, which means the evaluation would be north of $20 billion going into the IPO. So your stock will be worth anywhere from low 7 figures to mid 8 figures if you're in those top 20. Okay, so Tanya, when we do this, there's always 3 kinds of people. Some people just think we're crazy or it doesn't resonate. The second person now, starting on Monday, no risk obligations, free trial offers for everybody, right? Everybody just come and try it out. No obligation there. And then the third one is, you know, where like Miss Parsons was at. She's been with us for a while. She was already VIP Platinum, and now she wants to become an investor, and she wants to be obviously VIP Elite. And those are the options that we usually come with. So again, as we close out here today, I always like to say we made the impossible possible. Now, you could take that a couple different ways, right, Tanya? I was talking to you the other day, and I said, what does it say that all these billion and trillion-dollar companies have not put together the ultimate package like you did?
Yeah. Isn't that exciting that they haven't?
And knowing what we had to go through, my whole comment is let them try. But it's brilliant, right? Because you have the software that talks to each other.
Absolutely. You know, the whole thing is about simplicity. I've said it over and over again, because, you know, you only have so much time in a day, you know, and especially if you're a small business person, you probably have your kids in one room. You're in the next room. You know, you're doing everything virtually nowadays. You know, the pandemic has changed the way we've done business, and going from, you know, retail stores, which by the way, don't do, to doing things online is so much more effective now to have a small business of your own, because you can actually get it all done. And we've simplified that.
Well, I like where we're headed, because I know with what it's about to be, the final developments of certain things, you'll be able to do, ladies and gentlemen, you have great marketing videos that you can simply post that tell the story. They're going to come and then have a no risk free trial offer. So no selling is required. And then the third thing is, then they got 2 weeks to figure out what they want to do, if anything, right? So start for free, upgrade to only what you need. And this is going to be very simple. 1, 2, 3. People are just going to put out links. People are just post stuff. People are going to run into their customers while they're doing business online. And there's a reason why we're browser-based versus app-based. So for the people that are logging in on their computers, they don't have to download anything to even see what's going on, right? They could just come onto somebody's show willy-nilly, right? Easy peasy. I don't know. I'm running out of cute things to say because I'm tired.
Because we're connected. Connecting is what we do. Connecting you is what we do.
We only got a few minutes before our next thing here. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, we do appreciate you here. Stand by. Like I said, Monday, the free trial offer is going to start. I can't give you an exact time because some of this stuff is programming, but you're going to see a brand new image, a brand new look and feel. It's going to be really simple. It's going to be very attractive, but it's going to be simple to navigate. There's not going to be a lot of questions, because remember, everything is going to be offered now through absolutely no risk free trial offer to try out all the software and then upgrade to only what they need. And sometimes that just they remain free. But I would encourage everybody, if you're in business, if you don't have one already, you want a CRM in your business. You might not know you want it now, but I'm just trying to share some light on this. You need this technology. This, in my opinion, would be the same thing as going from doing long division with a pencil and paper to somebody giving you a calculator. That's what a CRM can do. That's how quickly things can change. That's why conversions, according to HubSpot, are up 300%. Now, Tanya, why somebody wouldn't want to do that, it would be beyond me.
Because the old way was so time consuming. So now it's not.
Okay, fantastic. All right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll be looking forward to seeing you here in the very near future. And as always, we wish you all the success in the world. Until next time, God bless.
Bye, everyone.